What's going on, guys? It's Soaarz here, back with another NHL 25 video, and we've got more on our Pittsburgh Penguin franchise mode. So this will be the second season out of, I'm not sure how many seasons that we're going to do. I'm not even sure if we're going to continue after this, depending maybe how this goes. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So as we remember, the Florida Panthers ended up winning the Stanley Cup last season, sadly. So let's go ahead and just advance and see the whole resign phase. Upon looking who all wants to resign, it looks like our biggest one is Crosby, of course. So, and then we have Pettersson by the looks of it right off the start, and then of course probably a few others. But we're going to go ahead and offer Crosby 2 years for $10 million and see what he says. He says he'll get back to us, so let's go ahead and offer a few more contracts and see what happens. Alright, we're going to go ahead and advance a day and see what happens if we even get Crosby. Oh, we ended up getting Crosby. He decided to accept our offer. Wonderful. That is terrific news. For $10 million though, 2 years. I don't know if that's good or bad. I don't know. Let me know. Did I get him for a steal or not? Now we've got our free agency about to happen. So let's go ahead and see who we can go ahead and sign or take a look, and even if there's anyone that interests us. Right off the bat, it looks like Jamie Benn, Van Riemsdyk, James, Jason Zucker, Taylor Hall. Right off the bat, it looks like. Okay, not bad for skaters. What do we got for goalies? We have Jake Allen, James Reimer, Jonathan Quick, and Halak. That's really about it. Not much there. I am going to offer a few people some contracts. So let's start with Jason Zucker at 4 years at almost $4.5 million. And he'll get back to us in a few days. Offer James Van Riemsdyk 2 years for just over $4 million. And of course, he'll get right back to me. I'm going to offer Taylor Hall $4.4 million for 3 years, and he'll get back to me. Gonna offer Alex Nylander $2.7 million for 2 years, and what does he do? He accepts it. Oh my, okay. I'm gonna offer Justin Schultz $2.2 million for 2 years, and he'll get back to me. I'm also going to offer Brian Dumoulin $3.4 million for 3 years, and he accepts it right away. And I'm going to offer Jamie Benn $4.4 million for 2 years, and he accepts it right away also. After advancing a couple days, we still have nothing from Crosby, but we do have an offer from the Washington Capitals to get Trevor Van Riemsdyk. So I think we're going to accept that, which we are. After advancing another day, Jason Zucker decided to accept our offer. Taylor Hall also decided to accept our offer. James Van Riemsdyk also decided to accept our offer. Justin Schultz also decided to accept our offer. We also have a trade from the Colorado Avalanche for Lars Eller, and it's not happening. We also have a trade from the Florida Panthers for Lars Eller, which also isn't happening. We also have a trade from the New Jersey Devils for Lars Eller, which also is not going to happen. We get a trade offer from Chicago for Pettersson, which isn't going to happen. We got a trade offer from the Islanders for Lars Eller, which isn't, of course, going to happen. We have an offer from the Columbus Blue Jackets for Pettersson, which isn't going to happen. We have an offer from the Islanders for Lars Eller, which isn't going to happen. We now have an offer from Dallas for Lars Eller, which isn't gonna happen. We have a trade from the Utah Hockey Club, which seems like a decent deal in my opinion. So I will go ahead and accept this. Thank you. We now have an offer from the LA Kings for Pettersson. It's not gonna happen. We now have an offer from the Golden Knights, which isn't gonna happen. We've got an offer from Colorado for Pettersson. It's not gonna happen. We got an offer from the Golden Knights for Lars Eller. It's not gonna happen. We got an offer from Chicago for Pettersson. It's a decent two picks. And then left wing. Kind of hard to decide, but I will accept. Thank you. We now have an offer from the Detroit Red Wings, and I'm good, thanks. The Columbus Blue Jackets hit us up with an offer for Michael Bunting. That's not gonna happen. The New Jersey Devils hit us up for Lars Eller, and that's not gonna happen. The Colorado Avalanche have hit us up for Michael Bunting. That's not gonna happen. Now we have a offer from the Montreal Canadiens for Josh Anderson. Well, involving Josh Anderson that we're gonna receive. So, I'm gonna go ahead and take that because it also involves a third round. So, I'll accept. We now have a trade from the Calgary Flames sent our way, and we are not going to accept that. I am sorry. Preseason has now started, so let's go ahead and go all the way down to the very bottom / end of our preseason and just simulate all of that. Now that the preseason's all dealt with, let's take a quick look. It looks like we started off with a win. Second game was a loss. Third game was a win, so an start. And then we've got another win by the looks of it, and another loss, and we ended with a win in OT, which gives us a 4-2-1. Not a bad preseason, I would say, in my opinion. The regular season has now started. Our first game is against Anaheim. So let's go ahead and sim it, of course, and see what happens. But first, New Jersey has put Tucker Pullman on waivers. Do we want him or do we not? I might claim him. Why not? It doesn't hurt. And it looks like after our first game, we have won in a shootout, 6-5. Nice. With that said, let's go ahead and go right to the trade deadline. So pretty much halfway through the season, simulate up to there and see where we stand, how our stats look, just how it all looks. So let's go ahead and do that now. All of those trades that you saw were not accepted, but we did get one from the Utah Hockey Club for John Marino just now. So I think I am going to go ahead and say, hard decision, but I'm going to go with, I'm going to accept it. So sure, thank you. I appreciate the offer and I accept. It is now the trade deadline. I did not go ahead and accept any of those trades again, but we're just going to go ahead and keep our current trade block because it's not bad, it's not good, it's just whatever. So let's go ahead and enter the trade dead block and see what there is available or what we can get. Now that we're in the trade deadline, there's Broding, there's Ramus Anderson, Sergei Bobrovsky, Vince Dunn, Thomas Hertl, Anthony Mantha, Vladimir Tarasenko, Lindell, William Karlsson, Ryan Hartman. For Broding, I'm going to go ahead and give Pickering and a first and second round of 2027, and they do accept it, so we do get him. That was all that we got from the trade deadline, so let's go ahead and go right to the end of the season and simulate our rest of the season. Now that the whole season's done, we went ahead and had a decent end, I will say, but also a not decent end at the same time. An iffy end, I will say, but that left us with a 42, 34, and 6. Not bad. That had put us in to 4th place in our division, and then that puts us in the whole league to place 17th. Here are our players' stats. If you want to, feel free to pause it, take a look. But we now have the playoffs of the first round starting against the last year's champions, the Florida Panthers. So let's go ahead and hop right into this. Sadly, we did not make it past the first round. This time, we lost to the Florida Panthers. We won our first game, lost our second game, lost our third game, lost our fourth game, and then lost an OT in our 5th game. Sadly. So let's go ahead and sim the rest of this and see who wins the Stanley Cup. The playoffs have now come to an end. Your champions are the Vancouver Canucks, and the AHL are the Valley Phantoms. Like I said, the Vancouver Canucks have won the Stanley Cup this year. The Florida Panthers won the President's Trophy. The Vancouver Canucks won the Clarence S. Campbell Bowl. The Prince of Wales Trophy goes to the Florida Panthers. The Art Ross goes to Draisaitl. The Hart Memorial goes to Draisaitl. The James Norris goes to Ekblad. The Lady Byng Memorial goes to Pastrnak. The Cadler goes to Savoy. The Conn Smythe goes to Boiser. The Vezina goes to Demko. The William M. Jennings goes to Demko. The Bill Matterton goes to Perbix. The Jack Adams goes to Moran. The Frank J. Selk goes to Crosby. The Ted Lindsay goes to Draisaitl, and the Maurice Richards goes to Matthews. All in all, I would say still a decent season. Not the best, not the worst. We could do better. Still made playoffs, so I will count that still as a decent run, but still not playoff champion, sadly. But if you guys did enjoy this kind of stuff, leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Other than that, this has been Soaarz, and I'm out. Peace.